Well, first and foremost, don't arrive late. The important thing is to be well prepared beforehand. Make sure that you are taking the time to find out where you're going before. Google it, use Google Maps, make sure you know exactly where the location is. But things happen, life happens, and when it happens that you're late and you get stuck in traffic or you get a flat tire on the way, then you need to do something about it. And the most important thing is if you're prepared beforehand, you will have your phone right and ready, and you'll be able to take the phone and phone the person and tell them, listen, I'm running late, and there's something, and at least they're then expecting it. If you then arrive and you were late, just apologize. Apologize, say, hey, I'm very sorry I was late, this is the reason, preferably give a very valid reason, and then move on. Just don't worry about it, put it behind you and carry on. It's about preparation. Before you even walk into the interview, make sure that you have switched your phone off. Don't switch it on to silent. It's nothing more embarrassing than your pocket is vibrating, but switch it right off, switch it completely off. But if you do forget it, don't just leave it ringing, don't just wait for the song to finish. It's not going to go away, it's going to be more distracting. So switch off your phone, just take it out, switch it off, apologize profusely and say, I'm very sorry about that, and move on. If you're asked a question that you don't know the answer to and you really feel that you're stumped, be human, admit it. Say, I'm sorry, I don't know the answer to that, but I'll tell you what, I will find out the answer and get back. People want to employ people who are solution providers. They want to find somebody who is able to come up with their answers. They're not expecting you to know everything, but what they want to know is how you're going to go about and making it your problem to find the answer, not their problem to provide the answer for you. So say, I'll get back to you with that answer, and then make sure you do. So pop it in an email, send it to them later, and make sure that you do follow up with what you say you're going to do. So maybe you've said something negative about one of your previous employers and you think to yourself afterwards, man, maybe I shouldn't have said that. And these things do happen. You get caught in the moment, it's a competitor of theirs, so that you want to speak about, you might have just said something that you know that you shouldn't have. Try not to make too big a deal of it, but it's also an easy way of fixing it is to send them an email afterwards and say, you know what, I thought a little bit about what we discussed in this topic. And I'm sorry about having said that, and I feel that I was probably just the nerves got to me or something like that. So you've given an answer afterwards, and we all it happens to all of us. After you've had a meeting, you think to yourself, man, I could have done this so differently. I really could have answered this, or there's something that you know that you've forgotten to speak about. A good way of handling that is that you've got a second chance. You've got a second bite at the cherry, and the way of doing that is to send them an email. We should always send a thank you email to every time you've been for an interview. Send them an email and say, hey, I really appreciate your time having spent interviewing with me. One of the things that I didn't say, or I didn't put across correctly, or maybe I didn't explain correctly, is this fact. And then put the answer that you would have ideally liked to have given. And it's a good way of then saying, well, you know, thank you very much for your time. I'm looking forward to hearing from you from here. And it's a good way of wrapping up that and sorting out that problem that would have been negative and turning it into a positive.